Fourth period. So right before lunch, let's go ahead and get this thing done. So in the open wide area under intro graphics, okay, again, this is really critically important because even with this, ultimately I'm trying to get MIS to get me a server where we, try to save everything locally. Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. We're just starting. Okay. Okay, cool. Student successes are always very good. Right click, new folder, and let's type in unit 4, image sizes. Let's put image sizes. It's all good. Okay, so one of the most common things we use Photoshop, especially for web development, okay, is controlling the size of an image. So when you capture an image, whether through photographs or whether it's through the exercise files or online, we got to learn how to make the image big and small. Okay, so in the meantime, so inside the so inside controlling image size, we'll just call it image size. Alrighty. Okay, so Aaliyah's here. Welcome, Aaliyah. And Julian is here. Okay. All right, good. So only Caesar, are you? So I got Caesar, I got Andres, I got Brandon, and I got Tiffany, who are not here. Where? Yeah, but if he's not here, then they'll take care of him though. All right. All right. Okay, so again, we're doing this, and now inside here, in this, we're going to create a new folder inside here. We're going to call this L1 image dialog box. Okay, so here we are again. Again, these are the two images folders that we want to create. Okay, now we may never have put anything in here. We may put 100 things in there, but just to get ready, just in case. Okay, because you're going to download images and you want to keep it inside that folder. Okay, this is a really good habit to have, especially with graphics, especially with web design. And my advanced crew knows the importance of keeping everything in a folder, especially when it comes to video editing. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's fire up. Let's go ahead and open this up, please. Okay. So I can have you watch the notes, but instead I'm going to go ahead and tell you the notes to watch. Okay. As I demonstrate. Okay. So the video's here in case you're absent, or if you have to rehash something. Okay. So let's open this up. There's only 10 things I may want to say. Alrighty. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into, let's go into Photoshop. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and not save any of these. All right, so go onto the internet and find any image you like. Any image you like. Or you can go into the exercise files and open any image there. So I am going to open the dinner plate. Okay, so there's my dinner plate. Alrighty. So if you open up also this, and you don't have to do it now, but you eventually will, where it says sample, you're going to open this image resize, and we can do this together. But here's a sample of what I'm looking for. So the first thing is obviously if it's on the internet or if you find something, here's my Godzilla. All right, and here is image size dialog box, okay? So everybody got an image? So the first shot you're going to do, okay, now you've probably seen canvas size. Now we're going to go to image size. Okay, so go to image size. Okay, and right then and there, that's the first screen capture I'd like you to put into the empty, to the second slide. Okay, so I know I gave these instructions, ignore them. Okay, so once again, okay, this is what I'd like you to do. Okay, so but before, slow down. Sorry. Okay, so I'll slow down, and because I'm about to sneeze, it's like I'm at the halfway point between wanting to sneeze and not able to sneeze. It's like really a bad place to be. Okay, so the first thing is size is controlled by image dialog box, okay? So the first thing I like you to do now is if you have in Photoshop, if you have this scenario where you have an image, okay? So let's go over it. Here it tells you the image size, which is, the physical size. Then there is the dimensions, 4,000 pixels by 25. This is awfully big. Now comes the most important thing, is this little link right here. Okay, so as long as you have this link and you have these lines, okay, that connect, okay, if I swing it down, notice that the numbers, both width and height, change. Okay, I can go the opposite way too. Okay, so as long as I have the link, the width and the height will change together. Okay, why is it that? Okay, so I'm going to go to 4,000, back to 4,000, because, okay, so I'm going to write this down. Okay, the link icon maintains what is known as the aspect ratio. Okay, maintains aspect ratio. So in other words, let's go back to the Photoshop. Actually, I'll leave it here. Maintains aspect ratio. So the link icon. Hopefully I don't have to write the link icon inside the dialog box, okay? But I'll do it anyways. Inside the image dialog box. Okay, so the link icon inside the image dialog box maintains the aspect ratio. So basically, as long as I have this link, when the width number changes, the height number changes. Okay, because let's take this this thing right here. Okay, this little. So the ratio is about 2 inches up, 2 inches across. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So let's say I want to make it bigger, like I say 5 inches. So the width and the height, in order to maintain a 1-to-1, it doesn't matter if it's 2 by 2 inches, 5 by 5 inches, 6 by 6 inches. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, if I take my phone, okay, let's say this is about 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Say by 2 by 4. So a 2 by 4 is in essence, come on math people, a 2 by 4 is actually a 1 by 2, right? So as long as it multiplies, so I can go 3 inches. If it's 3 inches up, how many across? Math people? 6. Who said 6? Very good. Okay. So in other words, when you take your SATs, okay, how many here took the SATs? Seriously? Nobody? Your SATs. Oh my God. Okay. So you can have a lot of ratio math problems, okay? And yeah, just because University of California does not require you to take a SATs, doesn't mean all colleges. So if you want to go to the University of Oregon or Oregon State or Arizona State, you got to do the SATs, okay? Only in California, okay? Okay, anyways, I won't go into that. That's a whole different thing. Listen to my podcast. You'll find out why they do that. All right. Huh? Okay, so now if I unlink this, watch what happens. If I remove the chain, notice notice that this the lines disappear. Watch what happens now. If let's say I go ahead and change this to, instead of 4,000, I go 2,000. Okay, it changes, the width changes, but the height doesn't. What does that do to my image? I'm going to press OK. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Look at that. It kind of gets really weird. Okay, it looks kind of warped. All right, so I'm going to write this down. Unlinking the icon, okay, will create a warped image. There you go. That's all I want you to know. If I unlink it, okay, in other words, I'll have a circle, a ball, and then, of course, if I unlink it and I put the height bigger than the width, it's going to come up to be an egg. Okay? So, again, so write this down. I'll give you a couple of seconds. I want to demonstrate it again. I don't want you to do the work right now. Okay? Please just watch. Okay? Just please watch. All right? Okay, so if I was to do a new image, like image, new image, let's go file new, and let's say I'm going to do, let's go 1,000 by 1,000, okay? Again, you don't have to do this, just watch me do it. And I decide I'm going to have a circle. And I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to have my perfect circle there, okay? There, put in the middle, and I'm going to color it blue. All right, so keep in mind, okay, that when I look at image, okay, image size, okay, the circle is not the image. The circle plus the canvas, the white, is the image. That's what it measures. Okay, so that's what it measures. But before I do that, okay, let me go ahead and do this. So if I go image, image size, and I unlink it, it's already unlinked, and I go 500 by 1,000, this is what I get. I get an egg. Okay? So it kind of gets skewed and demented. We'll talk about skews and dement and things like that. Also, like I said, I'm going to write this down. Okay? The image size is the image inside plus the canvas. Okay, I'll go ahead and actually, let me go ahead and increase the size here of the view. Okay, so hopefully you're able to see that. The image size is the entire canvas, anything inside that box. So originally I had it at 1,000 by 1,000, and once I put the circle in there, it's the entire image, even if it's a little dot. Okay, the image size is still 1,000 by 1,000 because you have to take into consideration the canvas, which makes sense because when you buy a painting or when you buy a poster, okay, when you measure where you're going to put on the wall or you're going to decide, you have to take into account measurements. The canvas is part of the painting. Okay, so image size is the image inside plus the canvas. Okay, and I'll have this available to you. Okay. So we got this dude and we got this dude. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and redo this one. So the second screen capture you're going to make is go up to image, image size. So this was your original screen capture. It should be. If not, now's the time to do this. Okay, make sure it's linked. Okay, make sure you got the two, whatever those lines are. Okay, now I don't know which image you have. You may have a different image in your computer. Okay, so if you have a different image, that's fine that you got from the internet. What I'd like you to do now is change the pixels into percent. Notice it's 100%. This is the original image. Okay, what I'd like for you to do is change 100 to 50, 50%. Then change it back into pixels. Oops, sorry. Percent, it doesn't do that. Okay, so let's go down to 50 and press OK. Just press OK. And now let's go bring back the image size. Okay, and let's change it back to pixels. This is the second screenshot. Okay, should I do that again? Okay, let me do that again. No problem. So this is the original. Step number 2, image size. You see that it's probably 4,000 by 2716. Trust me when I say this, this is the most common thing you'll do on Photoshop. So now I want to reduce it. Okay, there's a couple of ways for me to reduce it, but I'm going to choose to go to percent, and I need 50% of this whole image. I don't know what's happening here, so let me go to percent. It should say 100. I don't know why it's saying 4. I don't know why it's saying 4. Let me cancel it again. I don't know what's going on. Image size. Okay, so it's 100 now. And I'm going to reduce it down to 50. Okay, so it's going to bring it down a lot. Now, if you want to do the math, okay, and you know how to divide by 2, go ahead and do that. But this is 50%. I got to press OK. I got to press OK. It'll reduce it. Now I'm thinking, okay, what size is this in pixels? Yeah. It should be, yes. This is Mr. Haig. Yes, right away. Thank you. Okay. Ivan, go see Miss Espinoza in the library. You can go this way. All right, so the next thing, once you shrunk it, okay, image size, and you know the math was kind of easy. Change percent back into pixels, and this is your second screen capture. Okay, so you want to put it right here. Okay, so your first is before resizing, and then second resizing. I want to see pixels. Okay, this way you get to kind of learn how to shift things. All right, please go ahead and do that. If you need my help at this point, please raise your hand at this point. All right, let's go ahead and help these. Let's go ahead and help people. Okay, so we're doing the next thing, which is this one right here. We're going to resize using the transform tool. I found Godzilla. I'm trying to reach him now again, but it looks really awful. So okay, so if I go to here, File, New. See how small it is? It's actually smaller. It's only 254. So I'm not going to bother using that image. I'm going to try to find a high-res Godzilla. I thought I had one. Ooh, that looks really cool. All right, this is more like it. You see it says, and it's kind of sharp. It looks really cool. So I'm going to go copy image. And I'm going to go back into File, New. Okay, and look at that. It's the same exact size. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And as I said before, you're going to have to do, so in this case right here, I just want you to do a screenshot of your creature or whatever you brought. It could be flowers, it could be a bee, it could be a dog, it could be you. All right, so do a screenshot of that, just this. You don't have to take a screenshot of anything else. You don't need the image dialog box. Okay, so I'll give you about a minute. Chris, you good? So what I'm saying is that in order to go back, go to history and go up a couple until you get back the original. All right, everybody got that? Okay. Now let's do this. If yours is really big, if you go to image size, okay, let's do the same thing again. Reduce it by if you have a big image, reduce it by 50% again. All right, that's it right there. Let's just reduce it and leave it there. Okay, you got to go? Okay. So I've recorded this so you can catch up tomorrow. All right. Okay, everybody got this? No? Who needs me to look over their shoulder? Okay, what's up? Okay, I'll say it again. We're doing the third one where we're going to do canvas size, but keeping the size of the image. So image, canvas size. There we go, and that's a screenshot. All righty. Now comes the cool part. Let's go ahead and increase the canvas size by, let's say double it, okay? And when I mean double, if you see the number 5, just change it to 10, okay? So let's go ahead and again, let's do, I'm going to put down 10, 57. Let's see, it didn't really, let me do it again. Image, canvas size. So, okay. Let's just do this. Let's do 10. Just double the first, and if the next one is like 7 in my case, put 14. Okay? And keep it in the center. And let's go ahead and press OK. And look at this. So you got a bigger canvas size. Okay? Okay? But let's not take a screenshot of this one. Let's reverse it. Image, canvas size, and instead of 10, it was 5. Let's put it down to 3. And let's bring this down to 5. Or whatever, okay? Bring it down like, let's say subtract, let's just bring it way down. Now watch what happens. It's going to give you this thing. New canvas size smaller than the current canvas size. Let's do it. Proceed. All right, now you got this. And that's what I want. Okay, so image, canvas size. All right, and that's your screenshot. Okay, so I want to see a partial of the image, like you see right here. You're doing the same thing but canvas size. Once you're done, that's the class.